head to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone.
Good afternoon, kia ora. Welcome along to Pulman Arena, South Auckland, Takanini to be precise, for this game between the Franklin Bulls, a home game, up against the Canterbury Rams, who came off an absolute thriller on Thursday night. 110-103 winners over the Hawke's Bay Hawks. In triple overtime, Casey, Frank, Andrew Mulligan on hand for this one. And Casey, how are those legs feeling, do you think, for the Rams?
A lot lighter than they would have been had they lost. So when you come off the win, you can get yourself a little bit more energized, a little bit more quickly, but certainly going to be a little bit of tiredness sinking in today. Fortunately for them, not so fortunately for the Bulls, a short-handed team they're up against today.
This is game number 3 of round 3 in the Cells NBL. Nice to see the Bulls taking a game on the road within their region as well. And for the Rams, they're looking to improve on their season already. They've had a pretty up and down season so far, but they have got a really great core of imports. And you can see there, they are sitting just in second spot there at 2-1. And Casey, for the Bulls as well, they had that overtime loss for the first game of the regular season, but they are down and they are out a little bit with some stars in their starting 5. More on that in a moment. But here are the games coming up as well. And we are looking forward to what will be an eventful Saturday and Sunday around the Cells NBL. And after this one will be the Airs and the Nuggets. The Jets and the Giants, much improved 1-2 Jets. And the Wellington Saints up against the Tuatara, who had a loss last night in Southland, and the Saints looking for their first win, Casey.
Yeah, it's difficult when you don't have your top players, as the Bulls are going to find out today. Rob Lowe out, made for an easy win for the Sharks. Is that going to be the same recipe for the Rams today? As we mentioned, players out, Terrell Harrison, Dan Fotu unable to play, and they were so vital in those wins on the doubleheader a week ago.
So that's the starting 5 for your Rams. Darling, Wynyard, Brown and Britt, they have the luxury of being able to bring off Troy Baxter Jr. and Jared Wilson Frame off the bench for Judge Flavel. And for Judge Flavel, you know that Casey Frank had to ask him how the team felt after that triple overtime win a couple of nights ago.
First and foremost, coming off a marathon of a game, how are the bodies recovering, and how do you get your team to refocus after a big game like that?
Yeah, I mean, a great test of adversity, and I guess for us to be able to withstand the 2.5-hour game, I think that ended up being. But look, I mean, we did our best yesterday. I mean, we had a travel day, got here kind of in mid-afternoon and settled in. But today, you know, we'll soon find out. You know, I think the guys are mentally focused. That's all we can ask. So maybe sure the bodies will be probably not as fresh as what it would be, but I think the mental game is probably more important.
And mental game plays in again as you're coming up against a team without 2 of its starters. How do you get your team to focus and not take a step back when they know they're going up against a team that may not be as strong physically and mentally?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's part of, I guess, growth for us. Is like we still got so many things that we can work on and fix and get better at. And you know, no disrespect to the Bulls, who are a very good team, but we're probably still in that early stage enough right now where it's 90% about us. And you know, like, it's unfortunate not to see Tyrell out there and Dan, of course, but yeah, I mean, for me, the focus is easy. It's about us and rectifying some of the things that the other night and just continue to build.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Judd Flavel hopeful for a win on the road. That would be a really good round 3 for the Canterbury Rams. Getting those double headers on the road is tough for any Cells NBL team. Even more so this year as well. The season is getting much better quality of the imports. And top to bottom, 1 to 10, anyone can beat anybody on the night. And you can see there, your starting 5 for the Franklin Bulls. There are 2 big outs, Casey Frank, for the Bulls.
Yeah, no Dan Fotu, no Terrell Harrison. The majority of that front line, Zach Easthope, we see there, he is signed as an injury replacement for Fotu. Will that be enough on an interior against opponent who's got a strong interior themselves?
Certainly do. They're going to have their hands full, the likes of Dom Kalman-Fotu. Dan Sokolowski knows exactly what it will take to beat the Rams. He just hopes that he'll be able to do it today in Pulman Arena.
Coach, interesting game here without two of your starters. It's always difficult when you lose players of that caliber. How are you going to make up for their loss as a collective?
You just said it, as a collective. It's a guy I worked for in Israel. He had one great saying that there's no vacuum in sport. Where there's a hole, there are players stepping up with more opportunity, more shots, more situations where they get to be active, get a deflection, make an extra pass, get on the offensive glass, get back in transition. We know our basic habits that we need to execute at a high level, and if we do that, we put ourselves in position to be in the game.
And to be in a game against a very talented Canterbury Rams team coming off a triple overtime victory, when you look at them, they're pretty strong inside, but they've been shooting as well from the outside as well. What is you most hope to take away from it?
This is a very talented and very complete team. We don't try to take away one thing. We might make what they do well difficult. When they do everything well, there's a big challenge for us on winning closeouts, contesting post entries, getting back in transition, limiting them to one shot. These are the basics that you have to do well against any team, and it gets underscored against teams of this quality.
There's Dan Sobolowski. He is the Bulls head coach for 2023. And here are your head-to-head for this game, brought to you by the TAB, the official stats partner of the Sales NBL.
And the first question, of course, is no Fotu, no Harrison, leading scorer, leading rebounder, two of the top 10 guys in the league in those respects. Going to go up against Ty Wynyard, who now has a much easier time in the low post. Jared Wilson frame, Ricky McGill leading the way. 4 steals there at 3 a game in the league and their teams. Jamal Brantley, fantastic defender, but Walter Brown, what a game he's coming off of. 20 points, 17 rebounds, and that triple overtime victory really coming of age right before our eyes. And a lot will be on his shoulders tonight.
It certainly will be. Walter Brown, tremendous talent, played over 49 minutes. Those 3 referees will be hoping it's not triple overtime, that is for sure. It is tough work. Running up and down the floor for 40 minutes in the Sales NBL in 2023, let alone another 15 minutes of basketball. The Bulls, though, 2-1 in front of their home crowd at Pulman Arena in Takanini. We're about to get this game underway, Casey. And we saw it last night. Without Rob Lowe, Tuatara struggled to have a big man. And Romaro Gill took advantage of that in the first half for the Southland Sharks. They could never really claw that game back.
Yeah, it was difficult once you get it behind the 8 ball to find your way out from behind it. Now, it's interesting that the Bulls aren't going with a much different lineup. They've got Dom Kamapoto in there, who is a true big. He's a more mobile big at his best. He can get up and down a little bit. But it is going to be difficult. Not a deep bench for the Bulls. If I'm the Rams, despite those heavy legs, I'm going to be pushing the pace and really trying to get into those subs to try to do some damage there.
Bulls had a good win on the road over the Saints as well. Some spice in that game. Dom Kamapoto made a point of coming over and saying that we inspired him to do something with his hair, and that he has. He's got some great flowers on his head there, and I like it. It's like a De La Soul 3 feet high and rising.
Solid.
Album cover inspiration, I believe.
A little bit of hippie rap.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Underway, Pulman Arena. Fazant with the ball. Taylor Britt up on him. Brantley driving. Misses that. Ty Wynyard with his first rebound of many, no doubt.
Strong move by Brantley. Just needed a bit more patience with that size advantage he had on the interior.
Wynyard, looking at Tevin Brown over the top. Nice move from the Rams to begin.
Pleasing for a coach when you can come out and execute perfectly to kick things off. Exactly what they wanted. A nice, easy look at the basket. Let's try and get Tevin Brown going.
Fazant's wide open, takes the 3. Brown with the rebound. McGill picks him up. Tevin Brown at a Murray State. Playing the backcourt with Ja Morant. Walter Brown strikes the 3. The 19-year-old continues where he left off on Thursday night, and Tevin Brown tried to steal the inbounds pass.
Nearly did, but beautiful ball movement on the second possession. First possession, perfectly executed play. Second possession, really unselfish ball movement. 4 players touched it, leading to that wide open triple on the wing for Walter Brown.
Fazant operating with Kalman Poto. Looked at the option, went with the runner. Bulls can't get the ball back.
Oh, and just being outworked a little bit to that ball. Nice heads-up play by Taylor Britt to gain possession and give his team a chance to go up even more here in the early going.
Brown gives it to Britt, I should say. Ty Wynyard comes up high, 5 to shoot. Britt in the lane. McGill challenges, and McGill will be called for the foul.
Not a bad challenge by McGill, but he brought those hands down just a bit, earning that whistle to be blown for Taylor Britt on a nice quick move to the basket. Didn't hesitate with it. Really definitive. Got to the post as quickly as he could. Doesn't get the finish, but heads to the TAB for a couple of attempts now as Canterbury are looking to take early control of this one.
Yeah, the Rams looking to go 7 up on the Bulls. Taylor Britt just 15 minutes fouled out against the Hawks on Thursday night. Tyrone Odokawa gave him all he could handle. 32 from Tyrone Odokawa, but Britt got the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, when one of my teammates fouls out during a triple overtime game, I'm pretty salty with him after the game. We could have used a few of those minutes, mate.
Good from the line with both of them from the TAB was Britt.
It was a solid screen by Brantley.
Here's McGill, pull up. Zant with the ball. It's been a fresh 14. Isaac Davidson finds Calman Poto, clears out. Walter Brown, shifted Walter Brown into next week.
Well, that's the strength of Don Calman Poto down low. Just drops the shoulder into the chest, completely displaces Brown.
Brett kicks it to Max Darling, and the streak to Max Darling is too strong. Brantley with a big rebound.
Really nice drive, good creation, couldn't finish though.
Jamal Brantley kicking it out. Isaac Davidson contested 3 is good.
Back-to-back buckets for the Bulls, finding a little rhythm. Nice speed in transition there as well.
Max Darling kicking it to Brown. Contested 3 in Isaac Davidson's face.
Well, I like the Max Darling's response to the pressure there. Brantley really up and on him. He drives powerfully to the basket, drawing multiple defenders before he finds Devin Brown in the corner for the triple.
Bazant off the Calman Poto screen. Oh, Jaden Bazant, high archer, 3x3 specialist. They had a couple of games with the Breakers in the latest NBL season.
And just such a talented scorer. Really has a lot on that end to give as we see the turnover by Ty Wynyard. Walter Brown couldn't hold it in. Isaac
Davidson can tie it with a 3, gives it to Calman Poto. Has a size advantage on Walter Brown. Ty Wynyard shows. Tevin Brown comes over to help. And it will stay with the Bulls. Plenty of time on the shot clock at 13.
Nice double there. Timely. Forcing Don Calman Poto into a difficult decision. Went to the baseline. Doesn't turn it over, but the Rams get to reset their defense.
Isaac Davidson to Ricky McGill. Shot clock into single figures. Calman Poto with the reverse around Ty Wynyard.
Don Calman Poto's a large man, but he's quick and nimble on the feet. That lat burst gets him to the rim.
Excuse me, Casey. 7-0 run from the Rams to start the game. It's now a 9-3 run for the Bulls in this first quarter. Darling in the corner. Calman Poto goes down and stays down in the key. Ty Wynyard caught him, and he's still down. Don Calman Poto. There's a large body on the floor, and he is the last thing the Bulls need to go down. A big man without Tyrell Harrison. He's hope. Called in, last play for the Bulls 2 years ago.
Yeah, I actually didn't see the contact. I was watching the ball in flight there, and next thing you need, Calman Poto on the ground. Makes it pretty easy to get those offensive rebounds when one of your bigger players is out for the count. But the officials checked him, give him the smelling salts, standing 8, and he's good to go.
There's no cut man in the corner. There's no blood. No harm, no foul. The ball. Oh, great hands from McGill.
Clever play. First with the steal, then to stay in bounds and retain possession. Good response by the Bulls early.
Bazant with the left hand. Oh, off the glass and in, what an angle.
Back and finger roll. What a beautiful move over the outstretched defensive abilities of Ty Wynyard. He had to go deep to get the finish.
Brett tried to drop it off. More hustle from the Bulls. And again, it's more hustle from the Bulls. A lot of contact in this first quarter.
There is a lot of contact. Normally we're playing in the stockyard and you expect it as you take another look at the Bazant drive. That little crossover freezing Ty Wynyard there, then to the left. Beautifully finished over the extended arm of Ty Wynyard. Just 6 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Rams. Gonna have to get this off quickly as they have certainly stalled offensively in the middle of this 11-3 run.
Big Zach McKenzie into the game. He played for the Bulls last season. And he gets a first look. Would arguably his quickest entry into a game in his Bulls career.
That's what happens. Injury is always unfortunate, but it's an opportunity for somebody. You got to take advantage.
Wynyard with the catch.
Wow.
Wow. Wynyard with the put-in.
I mean, impressive. That was a steal. And he just snatched it out of the defense's hands. Said, this is my basketball. I will be finishing this play.
Jamal Brantley turns it over.
Just a little rush there. Lost the handle when he was trying to attack Wynyard. And when he got down low, didn't take his time, wasn't patient enough. As McKenzie heads back to the bench, it was a quick insertion, and out he goes.
Quinn Clinton in the game. He has the ball for the Rams. So is Baxter Jr. He is an athlete. Some of the dunks he was putting down in the warm-ups. My goodness. Walter Brown can get up as well, and Walter Brown does. Zach Easthope into the game. No name on his uni yet. There to challenge along with Davidson. And Ty Wynyard reaches in. Bulls are taking the fight to the Rams. Some of these players might just have to play 40 minutes tonight.
Well, there is no back down from this Bull squad here in the first quarter. You love to see that response down a couple of players. Nice attack on the rim by Walter Brown, but better defense to challenge, make it a difficult finish. He doesn't get it, and the Bulls back on offense on the other side.
Jared Wilson frame into the game. Brown takes a seat for the Rams. Wilson frame, 14 points in the win over the Hawks. Zan, tough shot. Jacob Zan.
A wounded bull is a dangerous animal, and they have come out with nothing to lose. Jaden Bazant playing freely, 4 points early.
Tevin Brown into contact, heavy contact at that. Welcome back to the league, Zach Easthope.
They call him Easthope by name, but by nature it's Beasthope. And Tevin Brown, he got a little taste of it there. You're going to come into the paint, be ready to hit the hardwood.
So Tevin Brown, 6'5" guard, 24 years of age. He's played in the G League for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. Started all 145 games at Murray State.
He had a teammate there. Who was it?
I think it was Jama Brent.
I've heard of that guy. I've heard of that guy.
His partner Francesca and their 7-month-old son, Haven. Might be a little bit older now.
Mom made the trip over. When I saw him in round one, he looked about 7 months. Tiny. You forget how tiny babies are.
Misses the second. Into the game, Ricky McGill, and we've got a back over.
No, that's not
Tevin Brown. He got a hand to that.
I thought that Tevin Brown got it first. Are they saying that Ricky McGill grabbed possession beforehand? I think actually that's a new FIBA rule when I come to think about it. If it's been tipped and not controlled and goes in the backcourt, and you get it in the backcourt, that's a part of that rule book I'm a little bit unfamiliar with.
So is there no possession change?
No possession change, so that goes back to the Rams.
And that rewards good pressure on the ball at midcourt then, doesn't it? Gets it up and in.
Hayden Tong gets it done with a little Mika Vakona-esque fake handoff before he spins to the basket.
Bazant to Kalman Portal. Kicks it to the cutting McGill on the baseline. We've got a foul on the baseline, and so
Don't come with Poto. He's just got a couple guys for the ride on that one.
certainly does.
On the back going to work.
Isaac Davidson with the ball. Bazant gives it to Davidson. Davidson misses that very good challenge by Wilson Frame. And another foul on the Rams down low, contesting for the offensive boards. And the Bulls are rewarded.
And not great rebounding there, especially with this Bull squad. They're 4th in the league right now in offensive rebound percentage. You have to get a body on. In that case, the Rams turned around and looked to chase, allowing Brantley to get possession. Hits the first one from the TAB, looking to hit the second now.
Well, yes, they don't have Tyra Harrison at 6'11", down 4'2", 6'6", but they still have size with Kalman Portal and Brantley and Isaac Davidson and Zach Eashope. And again, the Bulls getting the work done on the offensive glass.
Well, they're going to have to just do a better job of defensive rebounding with Ty Wynyard out of the game. Have to box out, have to find your man.
And we got a foul up high.
Jaden Bazant.
It's going to be on Jaden Bazant.
Just a bit too aggressive on Quinn Clinton. I've been working on my Quinn Clinton.
Good, Quinn Clinton.
I might have to go to calling him QC.
Oh, okay.
He's got a case later. I think he can win it.
You're Casey, and they're now Casey's. That's a stretch. I apologize. And that is a turnover. It's all going very well for the Bulls right now, and Judd Flavel has seen enough. With 3:11 to go in this first quarter, Bulls have the lead, down 2 of their starters, and giving the Rams all they've got.
And this is the worry for a coach when you're coming into a game after a big win, especially, and you're expecting to play this talented team that's up at the top of the table with you, and they lose a bit of talent. Well, it's just human nature to relax a little bit, especially when you come in, you score those 7 points quickly, you're off to a 7-0 start, feel like you got this, but this is a game that things can change quickly. The effort level is there from the Bulls. They're here for every bit of it after a slow start offensively. Back in this game and well in control right now. The Rams really struggling offensively. Can't find that rhythm they had early because the Bulls are just so aggressive in the extension of their defense.
There's been 4 different rebounders for the Bulls, but it's the effort at either end of the floor. Offensive glass, they're crashing everything. They have 3 offensive rebounds. The Rams looking to get going here with Judd Flavel's timeout.
And as impressive as those rebounds are the assists. 4 assists on 7 buckets for Franklin. And this is a team with one of the lower assist percentages in the league. They don't normally work that well off each other up to this point in the season. It's been a lot of work in the post where you don't get assists for that. But making that extra pass right now to counter for that lack of depth and loss of a couple of starters as well.
Average 18 assists a game so far. Second highest in the league. Daniel Sokolowski, a very well prepared coach. Furious at something that maybe didn't quite happen for his offense there on the timeout. And a missed 3 from Isaac Davidson.
Did not get the range on that one. Sometimes on these baseline and these new gyms, that can be a different angle.
Wilson Frame misses that. Ricky McGill with the rebound. Here comes Ricky McGill. Bazant, Bulls leading scorer, in and out.
Well, we
Quinn Clinton with the ball.
See the Rams a little bit more locked in, bit more active, more vocal as well.
Tevin Brown strokes that 3.
Took his time on that one, never looked like missing. Felt some confidence, and a few more of those could find him some space for some drives as well.
Bazant. Brown covered the cut by Brantley. McGill waits for the Pulman Portal screen, doesn't use it. Bazant's feeling it high, Arca. Trent Wilson. And we've got a foul on Bazan as Baxter Jr. was trying to post up the smaller Jaden Bazan.
Love what I saw from Baxter Jr. there, though. Good challenge, forces the air ball, sprints down the court, forcing Bazant to overtake him, and immediately spun for strong post position, really putting the point guard in a difficult position, forcing him to foul. And nothing comes up on the stat sheet for that effort, but gives him a foul and makes it that much different, more easy to defend.
It's Tui Lewis into the game, the rookie from Tatia Wharikura. High school that did very well in the secondary school A's competition, nationals. As Tom throws up a prayer as the shot clock expired and it goes in.
Isaac Davidson was not going for the fakes as we stopped just quickly. I think they got to get that shot clock right, but a multitude of fakes gave Tong just enough space to kiss it off the glass as the buzzer expired. And the Rams playing with a little bit more definitiveness on the offensive end now. Tevin Brown to the bench as Kaya Isaac checks in. Another promising young player.
Everyone gave him good minutes on Thursday night. And Kaya Isaac certainly did as well for Judd Flavel.
I think we're just trying to get the shot clock right here. It does say, currently says 52 minutes on the game clock. I'm pretty sure that's too much time. Not too much time for the Rams. They're used to playing that in a quarter.
Just an update on Tui Lewis's education. Played at Tatia Wharikura, then went on to Te Araha College. There's a teammate on the Bulls bench though, Arahi Marsh, who also went to Tatia Wharikura. And
Pipeline.
That is a school that would have a smallish role compared to other schools going to the nationals and the secondary school A's, which is for basketball programs that aren't rangitoto and the likes.
Right.
Doing very well in the Waikato. Get the shot clock right, and Kalman Poto has the ball. Tong on him. Kaya Isaac comes over, and it comes off the Rams' hands, so it will be Bulls ball on the baseline.
This has been good minutes with Max Darling and Ty Wynyard on the bench. They've responded really well, has this unit. They've done a better job rebounding and have given those big fellas a little bit of a rest, which they certainly need a bit more of after the marathon they played earlier this week.
McGill. Poto. 3 ball on the way. And another offensive rebound by Don Kalman Poto for the Bulls, and he's fouled on it as well. So the Rams, with all this depth, don't have any answers for the glass at the moment.
Yeah, they are just getting manhandled down low. Nice job by Don Kalman Poto. With that flower power hairdo, he's building some roots down in the low post. Tough to get out of the way.
McGill pulls up. Isaac Davidson, he stepped out as he tried to save it. Will be Rams ball, and we've got a minute to go. 61 seconds to be exact.
Yeah, I should have definitely said growing roots instead of building roots. That was so close.
It's all right, it's first quarter. Eventually, by the end of the season, we'll get there, you and I.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Just give us another decade or so. We'll be fine.
Well, it has been 13 years, Casey. You and I calling games.
Why do you know that right off the top of your head? Like you're counting.
I've felt every year of the 13. Handle lost. Lewis swoops in. Ricky McGill with the left hand.
Well, nice to see Ricky McGill get involved there. Nice aggressive drive. Kai Isaac might be a bit slow in the foot speed department to try and keep in front of that straight line drive.
Clinton fires it over to Isaac. 3 ball is good. Jared Wilson frame from downtown.
With a quick release, just 12 seconds now left in the quarter for the Bulls to find a retort.
Shooting 30% on the season from deep. Difference of about 1 game clock to shot clock. Ricky McGill misses, and that'll do us for 1 quarter of basketball. And it's the Canterbury Rams who managed to pull away a little bit in that first quarter. The Bulls under strength, but full of fight. They're down 5, 23-18 after 1. Thank you. Welcome back. Pulman Arena, Takanini, South Auckland. The Bulls hosting the Rams. The Rams have a 23-18 lead after 1 quarter. Plenty of fight in the Bulls. And without Tyrell Harrison and Dan Fortu, they made a good fist of it. Had their way through most of that first quarter. The Rams put on a lead near the end. Get your large cheese pizza. Pick up only with the online code HOOP. Valid until Wednesday. $25.
That looks like my drive home. I love a large cheese. 61% shooting for the Rams in that first quarter, 66% inside the arc, and 4 for 7 deep. The biggest issue, 4 turnovers, a few of those unforced, and the work the Bulls were doing on the glass.
6 extra shot attempts for the Bulls, so they're getting their looks. Shooting just 42%.
Just 1 for 7 from behind the three-point stripe.
Junior. He is springy, long, but also can get it up.
He's got a nice form on that shot. He's a very active player. Difficult cover in the post for Isaac Davidson to contest there.
Speaking of which, Isaac Davidson, left-hand drive. Gives it to Lewis. Lewis misses the 3. And then Kaya Isaac does all he can to stop Zach Easthope trying to get at the ball.
Next time, just get out the way, young fella. You don't need to burn fouls on Zach Easthope. He is going to give them to you. You will find them where they lie, but sacrifices the body there for an early whistle to get the Rams that much closer to the bonus in quarter number 2.
Tong still out there for the Rams. Walter Brown and Taylor Britt back.
Solid minutes for Aiden Tong as well. 4 points in that opening quarter, 2 for 2 from the field. But did a really nice job of occupying space down low and being a physical force with Wynyard out of the game.
Here comes Taylor Britt. Walter Brown. And we've got an offensive foul. Taylor Britt, I think, moved.
Oh my.
in that screen, which was a savvy looking screen, but He committed the foul on that one.
Looked to me like that was, Walter Brown was well gone by the time there was any kind of movement. What a steal!
Walter Brown right in front of us.
Phenomenal athleticism on display. Just to catch that and keep it in bounds, well done. As Easthope picks up another foul there. That's his third in a short amount of time. He thinks he was going to go check out of the game, but you're staying in there. Well, it's okay if you get 4 fouls, Zach.
Tom Kalman-Porto is going to come in for Zach Easthope.
He knew better than the coach.
Yeah. Zach Easthope.
But you know, Zach Easthope, by the way, received the call, can you play for us, last night at 11 p.m. So
not a lot of time for preseason training.
Not super aware of what the rest of the team's doing right now.
And we've got a foul
DKP.
off the ball. Tom Kalman-Porto is called for that.
That's his first personal foul. He's a bit confused as to what he did wrong there. It just looked like a incidental contact from our angle, but gets whistled for it nonetheless.
Here's Britt. Britt with the left hand.
Oh, he trips on the cameraman. Thankfully didn't twist anything there.
McGill. Throws it to Lewis. Isaac all over him, tried to throw it off his legs. Walter Brown has it, gives it back to Isaac. Isaac misses, and we got a foul.
Wow, that is a fortuitous bounce to say the least, as Walter Brown somehow regathers, and he has shown some really impressive eye-hand coordination early in this one. Ball flying around, he gathers, gets a nice assist. Isaac, I think he took a shot on the first one, gets the second one, gets the whistle that time, and heads to the line now as the Rams, after really being outscored that middle section of the first quarter, look well in control now.
Isaac missing on that one. Kyle Isaac, 19 years old. Him and Walter Brown bringing the heat with the hair.
I wonder if they share headbands. Is there just one box that they just get to grab them out of, or are they kept separate?
That's a great question, Casey. You with long hair yourself, what would you want to do with a teammate?
So I definitely would not want to share.
No, but that's your personality type. David Descent knocks that down. They need more of that for the Bulls.
I love his patience in the key and the ability to get that shot up over any defender with the arc he's able to put on it. Good finish there.
Brett. Challenging. And Lewis didn't bite on it. Britt goes down, and the Rams come up empty-handed on that one. Zan. McGill into the lane. Oh, right-hand scoop shot. It's great.
Well, they've brought in a bit more scoring in the backcourt, and they found a lot more success attacking the rim. Nice job by Ricky McGill on the finish after tremendous defense on the other end by Lewis.
Oh, Taylor Britt. What a connection to Baxter Jr.
Did a timeout to talk about it, hoping we got a replay. Phenomenal finish there. Here we see Taylor Britt coming off that screen from Ty Wynyard, just put it up and I'll put it down.
What a catch.
Baxter Jr.
There was the athleticism we promised you. What a finish.
It is always a joy for a passer when you've got an athlete like that on the other end of the receiving those lob passes, because it can be off a little bit. It doesn't have to be right in the cylinder to put it down. You can just toss it anywhere and he is going to make a highlight film out of it.
Certainly, that is a tremendous highlight. And we'll be talking about that on Hoop Heads.
Well, that will be airing.
Camera guys, pass on the message not to get on the court on baselines, just getting in the way.
As we hear that.
22-28, the Rams up 6, and looking forward to the Airs and the Nuggets. And this game finishes, that will be the next, and then the the Giants and the Jets and the Tuatara and the Saints.
Game's coming up. And that's an impressive dye job on Don Kamapoto's hair. He did come up and say he did it for us. We weren't the ones talking about your hair. Now we see a little bit of full court pressure from the Rams as Ty Wynyard and Tevin Brown check back in. Shot clock hasn't started yet, unfortunately, so I think we'll reset this play. Having some clock issues early in the venue switch for the Bulls stat crew.
Going to throw it out there. This is the first time they played here as a franchise, the Bulls.
I believe it is.
Game here? I believe it is.
This is my first game called for the Franklin Bulls here at Pulman Arena.
3:12 to go in this half. TAB, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, and don't think it is going to be 3:12 to go. It's going to be probably 7:24.
7:18 it is, and ready to go.
Is what we're going to compromise on. Settle with. So Bulls will have the ball. 28-22. Ricky McGill. Rebound, Walter Brown had 17 of them on Thursday night. Tevin Brown, deep three. Brantley with the rebound. Jamal Brantley looking at options. Gets it to the shooter. He gets it back, and we got a foul. It's going to be on Ty Wynyard.
Ty Wynyard expecting the jumper to go up then. Nice use of the shot fake by Isaac Davidson. Baiting the big fella into an early foul as he picks up his second personal.
McGill gets into the lane and puts that up and in.
Bulls doing a nice job of screen on the wings, freeing up the guards up top, giving that extra bit of space to start those drives.
Turnover. Comes McGill, gives it to Brantley. Oh,
what a block.
Baxter Jr. Ooh. It's a goaltend, but it's a highlight.
I don't know about that being called a goaltend. They're saying that's in the rim, but I did not see what that was. Don't take a look at it in the replay. Really nice dish there by Brantley. And that looks clean to me. I think he might have touched the rim at the end of it. And that might have been what cost him that whistle as Tevin Brown loses it again.
Another turnover.
That's got to be a charge.
Baxter Jr. is called for the block.
That's a block.
That's tough for Baxter Jr.
Looked to me like he was well set. I'd be interested to see if his feet were in the charge lane, but I'm not sure. We got a replay on that one. And unforced errors by the Rams here. Just not responding. When they get these little leads, they're not able to build on them. The Bulls are just pulling them right back in. Like they got the Rams in a tractor beam.
So Tevin Brown, Taylor Britt with 2 turnovers. Brantley in the thick of it. He's at the line at the TAB stripe. Misses the first.
Brantley doesn't have overly impressive offensive statistics, but he is valuable as a defensive player. Really big down the stretch in that win at Wellington last weekend, killing the huge block that just about sealed the game. We've seen his value with a few steals here today, as well as solid help side defense at the same time.
Turns 30 in July is Jamal Brantley, brother of Jarrell Brantley. As Ty Wynyard backs down. Darling. Another Rams turnover. Ricky McGill. It's Quinn Clinton, but made no effect on that layup. And we got a timeout. Judd Flavel and the Rams are down a point, 29-28. It's been a sloppy couple of minutes for the Rams.
As you see the nice drive by McGill there. to finish that play, but we're just seeing a bit too much unselfishness as we see the step through for the easy finish by McGill there as they took the lead for the first time in a while. Overpassing right now by the Rams. If you've got a decent shot, go ahead and take it. Do some work on the offensive glass. Right now, those extra passes are giving a really mobile defensive unit who's active in the passing lanes extra chances to get those steals. And after just 4 turnovers in the first quarter, total, they've got 3 here in the second, in the first 4 minutes and change.
Rams with 7 turnovers, Casey, as well. Bulk of them come in, it feels like, in the second quarter.
I think actually that might have just been picked up the 8th. So the stat's a little bit slow for us. So 8 turnovers already. So 4 turnovers in this quarter. And that's despite some excellent shooting for the Rams right now. 55% from the floor, 50% from deep. When you're shooting the ball like that, the last thing you do is turn the ball over. Just get the ball up on the rim. Things are going well. You can't give it away for free.
Certainly can't. Bulls team, one of the favourites to win the Sal's NBL with a full complement of players. They've got size on the wings as well. They've got a great point guard in Jaden Bazan.
Oh, bit of trouble here for the Rams, not recognizing the pressure. Good recognition by Wynyard late.
Ty Wynyard comes down. He can play point. Tevin Brown. Isaac Davidson. Another turnover. Isaac Davidson gets the bucket.
Just
That's quite lackadaisical.
Really lackadaisical. A lack of attention to detail right now. None of these turnovers are really being forced. They're just giving the ball away.
It's Max Darling using his size, but Brantley matches it. Walter Brown, McGill sticks to him, but Walter Brown just rises up and shoots over it.
A strong move right into the defender. Realized he had that size advantage, so just goes up with it.
Walter Brown cleans that up. Good defense from Ty Wynyard.
Nice.
I think the sun was eclipsed on Ricky McGill there.
It was a heck of an in and out with the ball in hand, but just couldn't get the finish.
Dropped off for Ty Wynyard. He blows that one.
Yeah, he kind of blew a tire out on the leap. Thought he might have gotten fouled from behind. No whistle.
Isaac Davidson might have got away with a little bit of a walk there. Ricky McGill spinning. Walter Brown sticks with him. Trying to make a quick move. Walter Brown likes the look of the length of those arms that he operates with, and he has a go at McGill, who looks away to Brantley, who finishes on the weak side.
And that's just poor defense by the low man there. I believe it was Tevin Brown. Took his eye off. Allows the easy cut on the back door.
Darling giving it to Ty Wynyard. Simple basketball from the Rams.
Well, when they can get the Franklin Bulls defense really spread out, they've got the opportunity for those drives. It's when it's compact and packed in the paint. It makes those finishes difficult.
Vano in the game, and he knocks down that three for the Bulls.
And that's the gamble of Tevin Brown there. Gambles up high, allows Davidson to drive straight to the cup and opens up the opportunity for the three-pointer on the wing.
Christian Vano, the rookie out of Rotorua Boys High School, and Isaac Davidson. Got a hand in the cookie jar there on Max Darling.
Well, good foul because Max Darling was about to go up with some power.
Max Darling is a thick boy. Double C. He is size and footwork.
And a ton of athleticism in that package as well. Great vertical. Is able to get up and down the floor really well. Certainly a formidable front line he has formed with Ty Wynyard. But not doing the damage right now. Not really being too effective on the offensive glass, where the Rams have picked up just 2 attempts despite 9 misses. So pretty low in the rebounding percentage, especially considering the Bulls have 4 offensive rebounds of their own. Those stats brought to you by the TAB, the official stats partner of the Sal's NBL.
Just 9 points for Judd Flavel and the Rams in this quarter. 18 for the Bulls is what they had in the first quarter. And there's still 3:39 to go before halftime. Nice crowd in the Pulman Arena for the Bulls. Also great merch as well. Look, I love the black. that they have.
A little black and yellow, black and yellow. Well, 3:39 to go. And the Bulls have certainly passed the first test of being down 2 of their starters. We know this Rams team can dig deep. We just saw it earlier this week in the triple overtime, but the question is, did they use a bit too much of the petrol in that first one? Got nothing left in the tank now.
Darling good on the first. Max Darling, just 22 years of age, 6'5", out of Christ College. He's played in the Aussie NBL for Illawarra Hawks. Also had stints in Romania and Croatia. So will travel to ball. Max Darling with the ball now. Shimbano on him. Switched on to Taylor Britt. And Max Darling now going at the smaller Isaac Davidson. Well, not height-wise, but certainly strength. Well, unfortunately for Isaac Davidson, a strong player himself.
Yeah, got to punish that mismatch. If he gets anyone other than Brantley or Kelvin Poto on him, he has to go straight to the post as he did there.
Ricky McGill gives it off. The Don Calvin Potter too strong around Ty Wynyard.
Yeah, it's the size of Wynyard affecting that one. Nice job of keeping straight up, not fouling.
Ty Wynyard just constant motion. Trying to get that rebound. That two-man game with Taylor Britt.
Has to grab that one with 2 hands, try to corral it with 1, loses possession.
Isaac Davidson gives it to Brantley. Brantley's off the glass. And another one missed.
And Wynyard again, he comes over, forces Brantley into the quick jump hook instead of the finish at the rim.
Walter Brown was fouled by Brantley. And Troy Baxter Jr. about to come into the game.
First personal foul for Jamal Brantley.
Walter Brown at the line with a TAB strike.
5th team foul here on the Bulls, hence the free throws at the TAB. Got the towel boys there on the baseline waving the towels around. I don't know if they understand they're official team employees. Can't take part in the distraction game.
I appreciate it that they do it until they're told not to.
Always good to get a little parochial with it.
McGill using the clock here. Scores tied at 36. Pulman Arena. Don Calvin Poto sets the screen. McGill pull-up. Wynyard rises up with Walter Brown and pulls that one down.
Ty Wynyard, surprisingly, just his 2nd rebound of the day.
Christian Varner right up on Taylor Britt. Baxter Jr. gives it to Tevin Brown. Back to Britt. Up comes Wynyard. And Wynyard puts it up. Baxter Jr. almost got another highlight play, but just knocked away at the last second.
Great hustle there by the Bulls to get a hand. Another one who would have been a sure highlight.
McGill gives it up. Vano has another 3 look by Calvin Poto. And we got a foul.
I think that's Don Calvin Poto clearing out space. And he's just telling them, hey, look, if I threw those little guys, they'd be in the first row. They wouldn't be here. It looks worse than it is, but turns out to be a really bad foul because straight to the TAB stripe on the other end.
Yeah, about 90 feet. Well, maybe about 75 feet down the floor. Jaden Bazant comes into the game. This court will take a seat.
Is court looking a little short for you? Dom Kelman Poto picks up foul number 2 there. And he needs to stay away from that 3rd foul before halftime. Really important for him to have a clean bill of health in the 2nd half. Walter Brown, the towel boys affected him. And they're pumped about it.
And Ty Wynyard takes a seat with 1:23 to go in the 2nd quarter. Some Darling, Brown, Baxter Jr., Britt and Brown, Tevin Brown that is, in the game for the Rams. Extend the pressure on the make. Now they actually have to use the towels for what they were given for.
Yeah, do your job, boys. Don't just come here to dissuade free throw shooters. You get those polos to do some work.
Here's Bazant. Carmen Porto slips, and he can't get the finish.
Well, really nice offense. Love the delivery. Kevin Poto just needs to be a bit more patient. Had tons of time. Welcome to New Zealand, young fella. Not always going to get that call.
Baxter Jr. almost gets the block on Isaac Davidson. Troy Baxter Jr.'s had quite the eventful half.
Franklin back in the lead. Davidson lets it fly from deep.
He has it now. Looks for the handoff to Tevin Brown. Wants it back. 5 to shoot. 3 now. Brett. Max Darling on the offensive glass. Gets it back twice. Puts it in.
A lot of contact. Love the effort there by Max Darling. Shakes off the first contact and gets the finish on the second. Just 20 seconds left in the game. 1 second differential through the shot clock.
Ultra Brown right up on Jaden Bazant. 7 to shoot. Darling got a hand to it.
Smart play.
And a player timeout. Sky City player timeout is called by Taylor Britt and the Rams. And that means that they have 30 seconds for a players-only meeting on the floor. And they can advance the ball, and they'll have 4 seconds left in this half.
And you at home have a chance to use that QR code and register yourself for a ticket to the big game presented by Sky City. 10,000 community tickets going out this season. Register now. See if you can't get in.
What's the play? It's Brown. To Brown. To end the half. Nice look, but he couldn't get it to go down. And it will be all tied up at 39. Casey Frank hustling over to make the interviews, and he's going to try and get Jaden Bazant for us. Good hustle from Casey. I never seen him move so quickly. He's with Jaden Bazant now.
Well, Jaden, good first half after a poor start. What was it that enabled the Bulls to get back into the game?
I think our defense. It all starts on defense with us. We let them start hot, gave them a couple easy ones, and then we picked it up on defense, and it flowed into our offense.
And for yourself, you're finding a little bit of freedom as the game goes along. Really like that mid-range area. What are you seeing out there that's giving you that shot?
Yeah, well, the mid-range is open all year, I feel like. But I'm just being aggressive with guys out. They got to pick up with the scoring load. So
appreciate the time. Good luck in the second half.
So the Bulls and the Rams all tied up at 39, a low-scoring affair at Pulman Arena. And we'll come back after the break to break it all down. The stats party, all thanks to the TAB, the official stats partner of the South NBL. So the Rams, while the Bulls are fighting hard, who are down a couple of players, Rams just look like they're in third gear at the moment.
Yeah, there's no doubt they are not on that razor's edge the coach would like to see them be. As we see well-balanced scoring for both teams, of course, it's really focused on that starting squad, the starting five for the Franklin Bulls. A bit more input from the bench for the Rams, but it does seem to be a question of focus for the Rams today. Careless turnovers, had 10 of those in the first half as we take a look at the rebounds. Taylor Britt leading the way for the Rams, getting his nose in on the grindstone, getting it done. Dom Kamapoto, Jamal Brantley have done most of the damage. Zach Easthope, 2 rebounds to go along with those 2 fouls he's collected in that first half.
Well, Isaac Davidson, Dom Kamapoto played close to 18 minutes. Ricky McGill has played over 18 minutes, but Jamal Brantley has played all 20 minutes of the first half in this game so far.
You know, you can always tell who the coach trusts by when you take a look at the minutes load. It's taking a look at the assists. Quinn Clinton, Ricky McGill leading the way in the steals. Isaac Davidson really influential when he got those steals down in succession there, and enabling the Bulls to get back in the game. And just 2 forced turnovers in the steals game for the Rams. They have to get more active, thanks to our official stats partner, the TAB, as we see a young fella with quite the cast on there. That's about every signature in the gym.
What a terrible thing to have for school holidays. And the Bulls will be happy with the way they have played, but they are going to have to go a lot harder in this second half that's coming up. Jamal Brantley has to be said. No wonder Daniel Sokolowski trusts him. Coach Sokolowski, assistant for Mody Moa at the Breakers, and of course Jamal Brantley's been there all season long with Jarrell Brantley's brother. Therefore, they'll be in tune. They probably run a lot of plays together in practice.
And he's got to have Coach Sokolowski has to have a lot of confidence in his team. Just 4 turnovers in the half. Down on talent, not down on heart or effort. Doing a nice job of keeping themselves in this ball game. Currently sitting there all tied up. Not what you would have expected coming into this game, but they are in the thick of it coming into the second half.
We'll take a break and we'll be back with the second half on the other side. I tell you what, the Nuggets' pace is really slow. It's just seen as like this is one of the slowest halves, but
They don't let anybody score.
Pulman Arena, South Auckland, Takanini to be exact. The Rams in town on their second game of a double in round 3 of the South NBL. They had a win over the Hawks on Thursday night, a triple overtime game as well. And they might be feeling a little bit weary on a Saturday, late afternoon, early evening coming into this game. The Bulls, though, they've got problems themselves. They've got injury concerns. Dan Futu is out, and Tyrell Harrison injured himself last night at training. So they too have problems, but they're fighting really hard in this game. 39 apiece. Big workload coming up for the Bulls in this one with a deeper bench for Judd Flavel and the Rams.
Real testament to the preparedness of the Bulls coaching staff to lose a player the night before and come in with a game plan that's put you in the game. Now you look over at the Canterbury Rams and Judd Flavel in this Rams squad. Can he find them? Can he encourage his team to just play with a little bit more determination, value the ball a little bit more? Some of those turnovers have just been really lackadaisical, haven't had that level of concentration. Wouldn't see the normal amount of activity on the glass, especially playing against a team that's a bit undersized compared to you. Chance here in the second half for both teams to come out early and take control of this one by taking care of that basketball and knocking down some shots, especially from beyond the arc, where the Franklin Bulls were just 3 for 12 in the first half. The Rams, hot early but cooled off late, ended up 4 for 9. A great percentage, but not probably the frequency you'd like to see.
Get yourself a $25 cheese pizza from Sal's. Code word is hoop. Pick up only, valid until Wednesday. Nice crowd in to see their Bulls. And this third quarter set to be entertaining to see how the Rams will adjust coming out of halftime. They know what they're going to get thrown at them. The Bulls just have to stay out of foul trouble with this 5. This is where all their size is.
Foul trouble is absolutely key. Jaden Bazant sitting on 3 fouls for the Bulls. Outside of that, a few players with 2, Brantley, Davidson, and DKP.
He has it, he gives it to Brantley. Shut off on the baseline, good defense. Carmen Poto catches it, puts it up over Wynyard and misses. Here comes Taylor Britt. Everyone back for the Bulls. One of the, if not the lowest scoring half in the league this season. That doesn't involve the Nuggets. They're an excellent defensive team. Brown pulls up at the elbow and knocks down the 2.
Man, that pull-up game is looking silky smooth for the 19-year-old. He has done some great fundamental work this offseason, well, full season with the Tasmanian Jack Jumpers in the NBL.
8 games for the Ants from Tasmania, who were eliminated by the Breakers in the postseason. But Walter Brown using that experience, that taste of that next level in Australasia.
I believe that foul was called on Taylor Britt. A little too active with the hands, picks up his second personal.
Bazant. Nice move, Jaden Bazant.
The burst of speed gets him past that initial defense of Tevin Brown, and a nice finish over the athletic contest.
So many excellent Kiwi point guards in this league. As Isaac Davidson pokes it away.
And Tevin Brown, again, just not being strong enough with the basketball. Isaac Davidson took a couple from him in the first half. Tried to get one there. Rams fortunate to keep possession.
Wynyard up high. 9 to shoot. Brantley right up on Tevin Brown. He's all over him. With a feet move from Jamal Brantley. Darling for 3. Good box out by Calvin Potter. Managed to save it on the baseline.
Great work by DKP. Twinkle toes on that baseline.
Davidson. Brantley using that size. Walter Brown, nice rebound, kept Dom Calvin Porto away from it. Now he's going at Davidson, felt the contact and banks it in. Walter Brown in his bag in the third quarter.
Going the distance. First, a really strong rebound that was contested, and you love to have those wing players that can just catch and go. Starts the break, and look at this little in and out. Freezes Davidson, gets the contact, the kiss off the glass, and now a trip to the TAB to complete that three-point play.
Just giving me Warwick Meal flashbacks.
Warwick Meal.
With that hair.
I like it. Warwick a bit before my time. I did play with his son Zane.
Yep.
And I heard a lot of stories about Warwick during that time.
Levy packed the bag for a Tall Blacks tour as we got a foul on Brantley with a pillowcase. Legend has it.
I love the old TV stories.
One of the collegiate tours that the Tall Blacks did back in the day.
Just some dudes. Just some dudes playing hoops.
Yep. I mean, I can't verify that.
No, it's set in stone.
It was from his former teammates. So there might be some embellishment. Taylor Britt. Tevin Brown on the baseline and Isaac Davidson too strong on that defense and is called for the foul.
As Isaac Davidson picks up. Is that foul number 4 on Isaac Davidson? That is. That is going to be problematic for a short-handed Bulls team for whom Isaac Davidson has been playing well. Heads to the bench, shooting 60% from the field, 8 points to go along with 2 assists and 3 steals.
Tatui Lewis in the game. Made an appearance in the first half. Comes Taylor Britt. Wynyard. Nice catch. And that is bread and butter for Ty Wynyard.
Dom Calvin-Porto got caught out of position following Taylor Britt. Nice job by Wynyard down low and Tevin Brown with the delivery.
Rams lead is 5. Oh, Tevin Brown goes down.
Tatui Lewis was just making a cut through. Didn't even really mean to run into Tevin Brown, but he felt that contact and went down. And that's one of the few times today somebody hitting the deck has gotten that whistle.
Tatui Lewis, the strength of the man. Barely a man, I imagine. He's still a teenager. And then what do we got here? We've got Coach Sokolovsky having words with the referee.
He called over the official to talk about something, and referee Sampan, he decided he had to engage. Either way, here we go.
Jamal Brantley, he's into it.
Why not? 4th personal foul for the Rams, or sorry, the Bulls. So from fouls from now on the Bulls, that'll be free throws for the Rams. Well, that's a travel he got away with.
Yeah, Sokolovsky's hot. He can't believe that wasn't picked up. Britt left it short. A little bit of karma there for the Bulls.
Ooh, speed demon.
Whoa, Ricky McGill all the way into Papakura.
Speed kills.
Heading north at a rapid rate of knots.
Yeah, just couldn't keep control of that basketball. You know who we have not seen a lot of today is Jared Wilson-Frame.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's on the bike over there.
He's been on the bike for a while, but only 4 minutes and 53 seconds in the first half. So I wonder if there might be something going on with him physically, that he's not going to be available the rest of the way.
He's trying to keep warm. He's up there with Quinn Cook in the corner. Back to the action. Ty Wynyard looking for the handoff. Brook with the screen. Walter Brown, but it's going to be the Brick screen was illegal.
Taylor Britt, that's probably the lightest player you're going to see in the league, called for 2 illegal screens in one game. He is
So true.
putting the body on the line, trying to get his teammates over.
That's his second. 0 for 5 is Britt in this game. He's not having a great round 3, unfortunately, for Taylor Britt. He only had 15 minutes, and he was 0 for 1. He only had 2 points now from the TAB strike. Hawke's Bay on Thursday night. He fouled out as well.
Oh, great block, Ty Wynyard.
I think Ricky McGill shot it into his hands.
Is that a foul on Ricky McGill? It is. I think he was a little bit hard done on the foul there. It looked to me like he just grabbed the ball out of Ty Wynyard's hands. But the effort by Ty Wynyard on the block shot is rewarded, and he's going to go to the free throw line now.
6:25 to go in this third quarter.
That is, take another look at it, and well, that looks like a free ball to me. Go ahead and get it first. Ty Wynyard heads to the line. Is not a technical foul. The Bulls just huddling up and giving Ty Wynyard a little bit to think about. The free throw.
It worked. He missed it from the TAB strike.
I'd be mad at my teammates. Get in here. Make it seem like a regular free throw. Ty Wynyard doesn't often shoot a technical, I wouldn't think.
Misses that.
Not a bad foul for Ricky McGill. Just his first of the ball game.
His hand. That's the juniors on him. What do we got? We've got a foul. Ty Wynyard. No, it's Taylor Britt.
Not quite sure. Didn't see the number called there.
We'll wait for the play-by-play to catch up on FIBA Live stats, so excuse us when we try and sort that one out for you. You at home probably saw it, which is probably ultra frustrating for you as well. Rebounds key here, and it's falling to the Bulls as Calman Poto banging down on Ty Wynyard and gets it to go. And Dom Calman Poto giving Ty Wynyard some of his sauce.
That is a long time in the making, that rivalry. Great teammates, of course, with the 3x3, but you always love a chance to go against the big dog. And another big dog eats.
Yeah, New Zealand strong in the 3x3 competition in the Asia region.
Is that a technical foul on Coach Daniel Sokolowski?
I think it is. Is he looking at the bench, or is it him?
No, it
was him.
It was him. I think he was. They're saying he's outside of the box, but it looks like the painted strip for the box is a little bit higher. Not sure exactly why he got it.
Kevin Brown gets the roll. Yeah, Jared Wilson frame still on that exercycle. That watt bike over there.
We can confirm that was a foul on Taylor Britt.
It was a foul on Taylor Britt. So what's that? Is that 4?
That is 3 personal fouls on Taylor Britt.
Excuse me. Hope you're at home and watching online. I got it right the first time, thankfully.
Good job. You're all over it. Trust in yourself, Moles.
That's the first time, I think, in a long time. And then we got a foul.
Brown.
No, we got some sort of maybe conversation between the referees about the clock here. No?
Yeah, I'm wondering on that tee, should it get reset, but it does not. It's going to sit at 10 seconds.
Let's play some basketball. Brown has it. Spin move. Walter Brown.
Well, there is a lot of potential in this young fella. Had a great stint with the Tall Blacks this year as well. Had played some big minutes.
Man.
Down in Christchurch.
What a move.
But there is
snap to that game.
The athleticism that he has on display. And this is right after him and Tatui Lewis got into it a little bit. He puts him in the spin move. Oh, illegal screen on Don Kamapoto.
DKP, Jared Wilson frame is in the game.
3rd personal on DKP.
This is tough now for the Bulls. Isaac Davison has got 4.
A lot of foul trouble lining up. Of course, on the offensive foul, you don't go to the TAB stripe. So possession to the Rams.
Walter Brown looking at the drive, and Calman Poto just had to let him go by.
Oh, the change of direction got Ricky McGill worried about going above the screen, and then he just takes off on the baseline. Look at Walter Brown working hard.
My goodness.
Oh, you love the effort.
He's doing everything in this third quarter.
He was matched up on Don Kamapoto there, who just displaced Ty Wynyard, and his work rate gets it done, and just love to see the effort.
Sant.
Oh, what a block from behind, Troy Baxter Jr.
Here he is in the open floor. Brantley ties him up. And Jamal Brantley, can't believe he's been called for the foul.
No, he's on his teammates. He's wondering where are they running back. He knows he fouled there. He's talking to his teammates about what are we running? What are we doing right now? Where is this razor's edge that we had in that first half where we were outworking the Rams, getting back on defense? Right now, we're not doing what we need to do to win this game.
He's the only one who seems to be at a different level effort-wise at both ends. And he still hasn't sat in this game.
Love to see that level of work rate, that level of commitment to the game plan and the effort levels. Great leadership shown. The question is, will his teammates respond now as they've scored just 4 points so far here in the third quarter?
Rams 11 of 18 from the TAB line. Now they have a 10-point lead in this third quarter. So a little bit of breathing room for Judd Flavel and the Rams. Thought it might happen given the quality that they have and how the Bulls are short-handed tonight without Dan Footer and Tyrell Harrison, their big man, and their promising young wing player. Lewis. And Ricky McGill has to get it up, and that is a shot clock violation.
Nice challenge by Tevin Brown there.
We got a foul. We got a foul on the three.
Oh,
it did fall short.
Okay.
Tevin Brown can't quite believe it.
Not sure about the contact on that one. From our angle, looked like a possibly late touch. Tevin Brown does not agree. He is still leaning on his knees on the other side of half court. Here, we take a look at it. We're not sure from that angle. From the angle we had, which was pretty clean, Tevin Brown not see the hit.
Just told Ryan Jones, referee, I'm 5 inches taller than him. I did not foul him.
He's definitely counting the afro in that 5 inches.
Ricky McGill misses that one from the TAB line. So a little bit of karma there.
Tough to tell. That speed there.
I could tell that's not a foul.
I was trying to be nice.
I know.
I agreed. I
had the benefit of hindsight and a replay and the naked eye test. Maybe because it fell short.
Yeah.
Maybe Tevin Brown got a hand. Anyway, it's a moot point.
Moot point, exactly. The call is the call. On to the next one.
It's the call. Lead is 8. Tevin Brown. That's why we're not referees. Troy Baxter Jr. This is that.
Not a bad look. But I think you're letting this Bull squad off the hook right now if you're not putting pressure on the rim. They're getting deeper and deeper in foul trouble as we go. Nobody on the court right now has less than 1. None of the starters have less than 3 fouls except for Ricky McGill.
McGill to the cup. He's fouled again.
Well, just
Tevin Brown talking to his team to come in.
Yeah, he said, that's a simple move, man. Why are we not keeping this guy in front of us? This change of direction, the crossover, which was quick.
Very quick.
Gets him straight to the cup.
He is fast, Ricky McGill.
Take another look at it, going one way on Brown,
Bang.
and Brown's like, where's my help? You got to do a better job on the ball than that, though. He's just a bit of a gamble, takes himself out of the play. Need to slide, keep in front. They certainly deserve a bit more help than that, but that's a bit of a quick drive to allow to expect the help to get there on time.
Wilson Frame with the ball. Cameron Poto with those fouls. Brantley with a rebound.
Every time the Rams go up 10, looking like they're in control, the Bulls come back.
Brantley! He's doing everything for the Bulls in this game.
And it was since that huddle on the fast break that the Bulls have all of a sudden taken control of the game again. They're physically the aggressor right now. Not a surprise that it happens with Ty Wynyard on the bench and Walter Brown heading to the bench. Those two guys have probably been the most consistent performers for the Rams defensively today. 16 points for Walter Brown as well to go around along with 4 rebounds.
Judd Flavel got some good minutes in the first quarter from Tong, and Kai Isaac gave him some energy as well.
He's gone away from those guys here in the second half, going with his starters, and right now, with that core group of guys are not responding to the challenge that is being set forth by this Franklin Bulls squad.
Well, they were up 10 at one point in this third quarter, but since Brown and Wynyard have sat, Bulls have edged closer. And Brantley does the job on the TAB strike.
That was 53-43.
That's 10.
So that is a 6-0 run now.
That's math.
Not the best math. I mean, reasonably simple.
To me, it's math. I'm reasonably simple. Quinn Clinton with the ball. Tevin Brown has it. Dom Kalman Porto couldn't do a lot. And that could be a real factor down the stretch because he's trying not to get in foul trouble and sit. So he's providing a body in the keyway, but he can't do a lot of physical things with it as well as Jamal Brantley just going to work. And the key, and he can't get the roll.
Halfway down, nice move, not rewarded. Baxter Jr. wanted the lob.
Here's Quinn Clinton. Thought about it. Max Darling.
Oh, contact as well. Brantley lucky not to pick up the whistle. Nice finish on a nice find by the QC.
It's a big body to put down. Wilson Frames called for the foul.
I don't see where the foul is there. That's good defense.
He was just trying to stay in front, but deemed a little bit too physical. He's a big body.
Well, I didn't see the hand. I didn't see any arm grab there, and it didn't look like a excessive contact with the body. At least none that wasn't created by McGill. But once again, does not matter. McGill to the line to try and cut into this 8-point lead. Ricky McGill, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on the day.
Zach McKenzie, the long young gun off the bench, had 19 seconds in the first half.
Yeah, I think what happened is there was a substitution pattern that they did not like, where suddenly he had to guard either Darling or Ty Wynyard. I think they like this matchup between McKenzie and Baxter Jr. That's one he can bang with.
Yeah, long life bodies there. It's going to be a handful of whoever's going to get. No, he's got Max Darling. It's Brantley's got to have Baxter. Trying to stand all up on Max Darling. Quinn Clinton gives it to Frame and hits the three from the corner.
not a lot of minutes for Wilson Frame, but an impressive percentage while he's out there. It's his second three of the ball game.
Timeout. Bulls with a 9-point lead. The Rams head to their bench with Judd Flavel. The TAB, the official stats partner of the NBL. It is a 9-point lead for the Rams. Just the depth that they possess coming to the floor in the third quarter.
And it's been due to a 21-12 quarter here for the Rams, outscoring the Bulls. And really turning the screws defensively, making it a little bit more difficult. We're seeing an improved effort on the glass by the Rams. But it's that offensive efficiency. I think they can find a higher level down there, even though they've done a nice job this quarter of taking advantage of what the defense has been giving them and really putting pressure on the rim to get the Bulls into further foul trouble.
Ty Wynyard. Lead check back in with 1:58 to go in this third quarter. They saved the big man for the fourth quarter. Going well with this lineup now. You could say it's small ball, but there are some big bodies out there with Wilson Frame and Darling and the long life body Baxter Jr., who is an athlete. And you've got Quinn Cook and Tevin Brown as they extend the pressure out of the timeout. Here comes Ricky McGill. McGill, plenty of time on the shot clock. Down to 10 now. Brantley turning the corner. Drops it off.
Well, Max
Unlucky
Darling.
for McKenzie on that one.
Yeah, nice hand. Max Darling doesn't jump, still gets the block.
Wilson Frame gives it up to Darling, who was cutting on the weak side, and he couldn't corral the pass.
Well, I like the execution and good thought process. Just a little bit too much mustard on the hot dog. Made it tough to swallow. Would love to get that one back. Just put a little bit of air underneath and let Max Darling catch up with it.
So Ricky McGill with the ball. Calman Portal.
Good D, Max Darling.
Great defense.
That is a difficult matchup. Dom Kamapoto with time, one-on-one.
Baxter Jr. gets the roll.
That second jump is so quick. The ball's still on the rim. He's already jumping up for the tip.
8 points for him. McGill, left hand, no good.
No, this is a strong finish to the quarter for the Rams if they keep this pace up.
Lead is 11. Oh, that just falls to Quinn Cook. Excuse me, not Quinn Cook from the Warriors, but Quinn Clinton. He'll take the three.
Oh, good board. Darling on the activity again.
Tevin Brown.
Third time's the charm. What a way to finish for the Rams. Quinn Clinton, Max Darling on the glass.
Sort of difference in the shot clock and the game clock. And Wilson Frame with the three, the second in the game.
Lead stretch to 14.
Bazant to close out the third. And we got an unsportsmanlike foul on the baseline.
On Wilson Frame for boxing out Dom Kamapoto underneath, who did not like it. He had something to say on the way back.
So that's 2 shots and possession.
Got to say, I was not watching the play down low, was watching the activity up high, but
I tell you what, it was a forthright call from referee, and there weren't a lot of complaints. Wilson Frame just asking Ryan Jones, the referee.
This is a huge call. 2 free throws to end the ball with 1 second left. Really giving the Bulls a bit of hope. Jared Wilson Frame came off hitting his 3rd triple of the ball game, 9 points. Dom Kamapoto hits from the TAB. He's got 1 more coming.
Wilson Frame sort of eavesdropping on that conversation near our position. He's just asking if he's pulling away or trying to clear me out, or I'm trying to move him. Because he's a big body himself. Dom Calman Portal, Wilson Frame, strong down low, but either way, 2 shots and possession.
And a chance for the Rams to see this lead dwindle beyond 10. Oh, Brantley wide open. Too late with the vision was Bazant.
And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. And the Bulls fight back a little bit to close it up against the Canterbury Rams. And we'll take a break. We're back with the 4th quarter.
And you combine your best scoring quarter with your best defensive quarter, that's what you get. A double-digit lead to the Rams, and I think it was the way they took care of the basketball. Just 2 turnovers in that quarter after having 10 at halftime, and at the same time, doubled the turnovers for the Bulls. 4 at halftime, they forced 4 turnovers that quarter, and that discrepancy in possession is what allowed the Rams to take control of the ball game once again. All at the same time, doing great work on the glass. Came in to the second half down on the rebounds, or just up a little bit on the rebounds, but really took control there now in the third with a 33-23 advantage.
Yeah, it was locked up, excuse me, Casey, at 39 all at halftime. As Tevin Brown kicks it out. Walter Brown misses that. Time when you back out there, Pulman with the rebound. Varno out there for the Bulls, gives it to Bazant. And now Brantley and Pulman come up high. It's TKP with the ball. Davidson with a high arcing 3.
Nice box out, Walter Brown, and starting the break again.
Oh, shoots a little jumper there.
I think if he would have decided on the shot a little bit earlier, would have had a cleaner look at it. He was so concerned about trying to get it to his teammates.
Probably the most lackluster thing you'll see Walter Brown do on a basketball court, to be honest. Some 2 minds there. And we've got an offensive foul. Tom Pulman with the big screen, and that is foul number 4.
And he's just looking around like, who did I get?
You got Tevin Brown.
Deal. Come on now.
He did help Tevin Brown up. I really enjoyed this matchup between him and Ty Wynyard, but he's now having to sit because Zach Easthope is out there. Answered the call probably late last night, maybe this morning.
11 a.m. He got the call at 11 p.m., sorry. Of course, another...
Who has their phone on at 11 p.m.?
Everybody under the age of 45.
Good shout. So not us.
Not anyone who works in morning radio, though.
That's true. Cherish those sleepers. Jaden Bazant. Oh my goodness.
That might be a goaltend. Tevin Brown Jr. touched the rim.
Yeah, but Tevin Brown Jr. had to.
Yeah, but you can't. That makes it a goaltend. It doesn't matter that he blocked it with the other hand. The fact that he's holding the rim on that one, I think they might count this one. Looked like it might have been a charge, but you see that left hand on the rim.
Meanwhile, Quinn Cook really cops one to the grill.
He's a little worse for wear, yeah.
He's not a hundy. He's bleeding. He's bleeding from the mouth or nose. He's got a towel up on him. Tough for Quinn.
That looks like stitches. I think that's the lip.
Jaden Bazant caught him.
And the officials need to maybe discuss this one a little bit more quickly.
Well, some friends going to come and help out, wiping down maybe blood.
Blood. I think it's the blood he spotted.
Going to need some spray and wipe out there.
Ryan Jones, Sam Pan, and Harry Apes talking about this one.
This is what you want to see. You want to see the call being made correctly. Yeah, there is Quinn Cook, blood on that towel.
And I think the right call is goaltend. He's blocking the shot with his hand on the rim. That is illegal. Any defensive player touches it. Let's see if they make the call here. They're going to go to the bench to ask the question.
Quinn Clinton doesn't.
Oh.
And
oh no, a flagrant foul now?
Jaden Bazant is getting called for the flagrant.
Oh, so a flagrant foul, Bazant. Okay, so was that call always on Bazant? Or is... Unfortunately, we don't...
Jaden Bazant's trying to go over to see if Quinn Clinton's all right, but he's walking off. He's now going to talk to Judd Flavel about it.
Yeah, and Judd's telling him it's okay. It's just part of the game.
Taylor Brett will take the shots. He's in for Quinn Clinton.
So I guess because of the blow to the head, was it an elbow?
It must have been, as he maybe just raised up, had them out, caught him on the face.
It's a basketball play. You know, personally, I wouldn't like to see a flagrant foul called there, but I understand it as the Bulls not set defensively.
Trying to take advantage of it.
Block,
Jamal Brantley with the stuff.
Just so active. You love his commitment on that end of the floor.
There's Davidson, Brown on him. Left it short. Brown pulls down the rebound as Brown tried to get it off him. Walter Brown with the ball, though. Finding Ty Wynyard. Tevin Brown.
Oh, what a dime. Good challenge again by Brantley.
Jamal Brantley, given the MVP for the game.
He is just everywhere defensively. The rotations from that weak side, and an excellent challenge. Ty Wynyard, I thought he was going to have a chance to go up and get a powerful dunk on that one, and the challenge by Brantley takes that opportunity away and forces the miss.
Davidson all up on Walter Brown. Brett turns the corner. Tried to go around, but it's Davidson who's there and meets the ball. McGill, Brantley to his left. Brantley with the lead. McGill gets the rebound in amongst three Rams.
Brantley beside himself on the miss, but you love the effort. Ricky McGill staying with it. You run the lane nicely. I think that was the fourth steal by Isaac Davidson. If he gets credit for it, he's certainly the one who forced a turnover with that help side.
Ricky McGill trying his best as well. 14 points, 5 of 14 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the TAB strike.
And that's off averages of 17.7. Coming into this one, so he's just about on target with his 15th point there.
McGill good on the second. Only been a couple of minutes of this fourth quarter and a lot has happened. Tevin Brown misses that three. McGill hustling for that rebound.
Rams not doing a great job getting back in transition.
Davidson. Vano. No one boxed him out. No one knew he was on the court. And Judd Flavel's seen enough.
Yeah, if I'm Judd Flavel, I might just go to my bench here, try and get some fresh blood in there. The Rams looking a little bit fatigued. Still have the 10-point lead, so not too concerned at the moment with that, but if the effort doesn't improve, they will be very shortly.
Put Tom Isaac on there. Just give them a couple of minutes. Get them on the floor. Give them a bit of a spurt. Give them some energy. Judd Flavel needs something because the Bulls are all over them in this fourth quarter and are chewing into this lead. Like you can chew into a large cheese pizza.
Only with online code HOOP.
Pick up only.
And maybe they could use a cheese pizza, a little bit of energy, a little bit of some protein in there to get you going and finish this fourth quarter. Let's not forget, they did take part in a marathon a few days ago.
Oh my goodness.
I think
they did.
4 players, I believe, played over 40 minutes in that game. Taking a look. They had 3 starters played over 40 minutes. Another 3 players played over 30 minutes. So Taylor Britt, the only sort of regular to not play big minutes in that one, and that's because he fouled out in 15. So there might be some fatigue kicking in. The Bulls know that. They have to keep this effort level up. Force this Ram squad into some mistakes.
Back underway. Vano on Britt. Tevin Brown. Wynyard slips. Dom Carmen Porto recovers and steals it.
Another consecutive turnover. Just not getting the ball on the rim. It's the errors are what's forcing them. When they shoot the ball, they're great.
Vano had a notion. Here's McGill. Oh, Tevin Brown. He got a piece of that, I'm sure of it.
Great challenge. He was played well off, but when you have that type of athleticism and length, he can do that and still get a hand up.
Rather, Troy Baxter Jr., apologies. Britt, Wynyard thought about it, shot it. A little bit to the left, but Taylor Britt with a one-handed rebound. Baxter Jr. bangs it down.
Should have been a foul on Isaac Davidson. Contact in the charge circle is all illegal. Baxter Jr. doesn't get the call, but does get pinged with a delay of game warning for touching the ball afterwards.
Jamal Brantley just set a huge screen and has called for it.
Yeah, but as a big man, you have to have that guard wait for you to set. And he started coming across with that action before Brantley was set. And so Brantley doesn't get the good screen. He gets pinged with the foul, but that's got to be Ricky McGill. He's got to recognize that his big man's coming over to set it.
And Brantley stays out there. And that's his 4th foul as well. Ty Wynyard finds the backdoor cutter, gives it up to Troy Baxter. It was Britt. And Tevin Brown, 5 on the shot clock. Layup is good.
Man, he found some space through a very skinny angle there. Nice finish, avoiding the contact.
Nice look from Brantley. Oh, that's a great pass. Oh, and 1. DKP and Brantley combining. There were 2 great passes there from Brantley.
Tom Poto lets him know about it on the walk by as well. Really nice offense, but a beautiful dime delivered there as Tom Poto picks up his 10th point of the game. Beautiful pass by Brantley, right in the breadbasket.
There's one before that as well. Just put a little bit of English on it, kept it low as well.
Difficult catch for Don Poto. You know the bigs, they don't like going down too far beneath the knees, but he does so there to pick up the bucket, the hoop, the harm, and a trip to the TAB.
Poto misses the foul shot. You really need buckets in a hurry now. They're down 12. They're short-handed, and they're in a little bit of foul trouble as well. Isaac Davidson all over Tevin Brown. And then Ty Wynyard just taking Poto off the dribble.
Good rip through there. Poto just too tight and no help coming.
McGill gives it up to Poto, who can't quite get it, and he's on the ground, and it was too low, and they turn it over, and Walter Brown has it. Brett looks at Brown, waiting for Wynyard to get position. The big men. Unlucky.
Oh, Walter Brown again.
Wow, what a rebound.
He has been Johnny on the spot. 16 points, 7 rebounds now.
Brown, with the look from Taylor Britt, and Walter Brown knocks down that 3 and gives them a 17-point lead now.
17-point lead from the 19-year-old.
It's 17 rebounds on Thursday night.
Now has 19 points and 7 boards after that effort on the offensive glass, and may have just shut the door on the Bulls in this one. Beautiful find by Taylor Britt, who, for my money, has probably been a little bit too unselfish on those drives today, but Walter Brown, what a week for him. He is showing just great feel for the game, high efficiency, 7 for 10 from the field on those 19 points. Could not ask for more from a young developing player. Oh, and what is he shooting from 2, by the way?
Tell me.
71%, 5 for 7. That's not bad. Just a little bit better than his 2 for 3 from deep at 66.
Well, the next Bulls game for them is, by my reckoning, 8 days away.
That is up.
And they're up against the Tuatara.
Long time between drinks. But the good news is that'll give Harrison, Fotu enough time to recover from these injuries. Unfortunate, you see Dan Fotu in a boot on the sideline.
And hopefully that's precautionary, because that is a loss. He has had an injury-plagued couple of years, hasn't he?
He has in the South NBL. You know, he was wearing a boot before the game. He's not wearing a boot now during the game, so possibly just trying to keep that safe. Maybe I let a cat out of the bag by telling my opponents that he had the boot on pregame, but you know, he was healthy during the breaker season. Obviously did not get a lot of burn there. This is going to be an opportunity for him to...
When he did, though, he looked great.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic in that game down at Nelson. He secured the first one of the doubleheader last week.
Rams' next game will be hosting the Southland Sharks in a week's time.
battle on the South Island.
Wynyard and Calvin Poto are battling on the block. DKP goes at him.
Block Wynyard.
Ty Wynyard gets it. Here's Walter Brown in transition. The look away to Baxter Jr. Oh, he strikes the three.
Oh, that's a nice break there. Those athletic wings out fast, get the ball to the point guard, and good decision by Brown. Great shot by Baxter Jr.
And that pushes the lead to 20. And it just might be a little bit too much for the Bulls to overcome. As Davidson's three is off to the left and Walter Brown looks to run it. And Taylor Britt's going to run the play. Whatever five is. As Tevin Brown curls high. Off the glass. Can he get his own rebound? He can. He'll be much better on the glass in the second half of the Rams. They get an extra possession here. It's Britt with Bazant. Britt with the left hand. He's foul.
Yeah, Bazant gets pinged for that one.
Taylor Britt's got something to say to Don Calvin Poto as well.
Don Calvin Porto's talking to everybody.
He came over and talked to us. Lovely guy.
He's got something
He's a competitor, though.
Hey, what are you out there for? Let's have a chin wag.
He's got a fresh new lid as well.
Oh, foul on Don Calvin Poto.
Yeah.
Heads the chat.
He's done.
That is his day. A good performance from Dom Poto, though. He's struggled a little bit in finding his way on the court with the talent. He's able to play for 10 points, 9 rebounds today, 2 assists.
I mean, he's had to carry the workload in the middle of guarding Ty Wynyard and the athletes cutting through as well. And usually with Tyrell Harrison there, it's legitimate 6'11", possibly 7-footer.
Yeah, over 28 minutes today, only came in playing 12, so he had to dig deep to find that extra energy, and he did well to perform out there against a powerful front line in the Rams.
Bazant making a quick move. And that was possibly going to Lewis, I believe, who was cutting through.
Maybe McKenzie he thought was going to space out a little bit further. Instead he came high.
To Tui Lewis. Zach McKenzie, he's out there now. He came in for Calvin Poto. Wilson Frame back in the game. Tevin Brown for 3.
Jamal Brantley and Dom Calvin Poto both fouled out. 5 fouls apiece. That does make things difficult on the front line for the Bulls.
3 minutes to go in this game. Bazant flips it up and in, gets around Wilson Frame.
The angle on that layup off the glass, that is just, he's got a great understanding of his body position on the court. Tough day at the office for the squad, but Jaden Bazant now up to 12 points.
Wilson Frame going to give him some sauce. Playing with his foot a little bit out there, left it short. Ricky McGill pushing the pace, and he's fouled by Walter Brown.
Well, he gets that ball in hand, and he is off to the races. He's been putting a lot of pressure on the transition defensive abilities of this Rams squad.
Dan Sokolowski has now waved the white flag as the bench unit is well and truly out there now as Davidson, Bazant come out, as does Tatui Lewis.
Not Judd Flavel, though. He said, you guys played triple overtime earlier in the week? Hey, gotta stay out there.
How would that make you feel?
You know, I like playing. What's 2 minutes rest? Really? We don't have a game tomorrow. I'll go ahead and get some stats.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a game, what did I say? April 30th? What's that? 9 days away? 8 days away?
Get a run.
Yeah. John Anderson's out there. He's lining up. Christian Varnell out there. And Brody Perry, the greatest mullet in all of the league.
That is quality. It's so good you can't even tell who Perry is because it covers his name.
Number 38. Look at it flow. Two minutes to go. Wilson Frame, the step back.
Oh, he's had a couple of those just in and out. Walter Brown on the glass again. Picking up board number 9, sniffing on a double-double.
Kai Isaac ready to check in. Leaders 18. 2 to shoot. Kevin Brown.
Oh, almost had rebound number 10 to Brown.
Walter Brown.
And you're not going to get that call.
You're not going to get that 10th rebound because Kai Isaac's coming into the game for you. Excuse me. It's for Troy Baxter.
He heads to the bench with 13 points and 2 rebounds. But an impressive plus 19 when he was on the court. That's the highest mark of anybody in the game.
It's quite the matchup with Wilson Frame had a word to him. Perry for 3 misses that. Brody Perry not only has an impressive mullet cascading down the back between the shoulders, but just a filthy, gorgeous mustache as well.
The Bulls are going deep in the bench. And that's where the cheers are coming from.
Noah Campbell.
He's looking,
Noah Campbell.
He looks about 14 years old.
Oh my goodness. He must have been driven to the game, surely. Noah Campbell.
On somebody's pegs on the back of a bike?
From Pukekohe High School. The rookie.
Young fella. Enjoy the minutes.
Let's see that straight one more time. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Yeah, Noah Campbell, born in 2005.
Perfect. That is a young fella.
17 years of age. Doesn't turn 18 until 31st of August. Awesome. You love to see it.
Love to see it.
There'll be friends and family, no doubt, in the audience.
And that's where we heard some of those loud cheers from.
That's so cool.
Can we get him the ball?
Get him a shot, Christian Barnell.
Let it fly.
Yes, Brody Perry. Get in there. Oh, John Anderson has it. Left it short, gets his own rebound. John Anderson on the score sheet.
Biggest cheer of the crowd all day long.
Look at the young guns pressurize Taylor Britt as well.
They're ready to go.
They're going to double team him. Isaac knocks down that 3.
Tiptoeing on the sideline, showing his range.
86-65, Christian Varnell. He's pushing it. Oh, hung in the air and put it off the glass and in.
The young fella's putting some pressure in transition. Vano with a nice finger roll off the glass.
Vano has 7 in the game. Oh, the steal. McKenzie had the steal. John Anderson with the up fake. Spins. McKenzie with the rebound. Lefty. Left it short.
And that'll do it.
That will do it. Taylor Britt will just get it over half, and they'll dribble it out. Rams, it was tied up at 39 at halftime. Kaya Isaac knocks down that 3.
And Daniel Sokolowski, he does not like that.
He just grinned at Judd Flavel. Points differential is a factor in this league, but Judd Flavel having a word with Sokolowski at half court, and that is the game. Excellent work from the Rams in that second half, and Rams get the win 89-67 here at Pulman Arena. Another home for the Franklin Bulls. Casey Frank will join a player momentarily from the game at midcourt. Bulls will pay respects to the crowd that came along. Nice, healthy crowd at Pulman Arena. Good to see the Bulls getting the support from their community. In fact, all the teams have been getting support from their communities. It's been fantastic to see, up 57% from last season this early on. And Casey will have Walter Brown now.
Performance. You guys got off to a bit of a slow start in that first quarter, but found a lot of rhythm in the second half. Where do you guys think it came from?
There was a lot of things that we needed to tidy up on the defensive end, and Judd gave us a good tune-up in the sheds at half-time, and we came out with a bit more energy and started getting it done on that end, so that was a big part of it.
Your own game really coming together. I really like what you're showing on the rebound and pushing the face. What are you seeing out there when you got the ball in hand?
It's just confidence that Judd puts in me. Like, he sees me at training every day, and he's just got the confidence that I can go out there and just show what I can do. So I'm just happy he puts the confidence in me to do that.
This must be one of those times you're pretty pleased to be 19 years old. The triple overtime victory just a few days ago came back today. How's the body after another tough hit out against the physical squad?
Yeah, I'm probably lucky to be young at this point, so I'm pretty good, but definitely going to be a little bit sore tomorrow.
Enjoy it while it lasts. And great game, great performance this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the Bulls give love to the crowd. The Rams are all smiles, though. They come away with the big win on the road after a tough win in Hawke's Bay on Thursday night. They get the double over the Franklin Bulls, 89-67. And they don't play for over a week now, and that will move the Canterbury Rams up to the top of the Sal's NBL ladder to 3-1, and the Franklin Bulls drop down to 2-2. And Casey, this Rams team are all smiles. It was a dogfight in that first half. And crowd still here, loving the environment. That'll do us from Pulman Arena. The Bulls get the loss, unfortunately, at home. The Rams, though, with a double on the road in Sal's NBL Round 3. Hope you enjoy the game. We'll be back very shortly with game number 2 on Saturday night.